What's up, guys? It's me, Tony G, coming to you from Horseshoe Casino, Baltimore. This is episode 105 of my vlog. In this episode, it's Valentine's Day weekend, Saturday morning. We're gonna go get some 1-3 no limit poker. We're gonna buy in for 200 to 250, not sure yet. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Do me a favor, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot, and it helps me out. And if you're not new here, I appreciate you guys coming back to this channel. It really means a lot when you guys support the channel. And let's get into this episode. Okay, just an FYI, this table that I first sat down at about 11 a.m. was from the overnight crew, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was playing 1, 3, 15, 45. That's no joke. Pre-flop, and sometimes even more than that. And I only played about a half hour and lost a little bit of money, and I rolled out. But here we go. Okay, in this hand, I have the 4 of clubs, the 4 of diamonds. I'm in the big blind. Middle position opens it up to $15. I call, and 3 other people call, I'm sorry, after the open, and we are 5 ways to the flop. The flop is 3, 6, 5 with 2 hearts. I have the up and down straight. It checks to me, and I throw out a bet of $25, and I hear call, fold, call, call. 3 people called. So yeah, we're still 4 ways to the turn, and the turn really doesn't help us out. It pairs the board. It's the 5 of clubs, and at this point I'm thinking, how much more money do I want to stick in here, because it's going to get big. It actually checks all the way around to the cutoff, who says a bet and throws out 3 $100 chips, and 2 people call and 1 folds, and obviously I'm not playing that game. I just muck my hand, and about a half hour later, after I've lost enough money, I wait for a second table, and that's where we'll pick it up after this hand. All right, as you can tell, that game, that wasn't playing like normal 1-2. Basically, it's playing like 5-10 with all the $15 and $25 straddles, so I just switched tables. Let's see how it goes. Okay, in one of the first hands at the new table, I have the king of clubs, the 10 of hearts. I'm in middle position. I limp in. Yes, never limp in, but I want to get a feel for the table. So I limp in. The big blind raises to $18. I call, and the cutoff calls, and we're 3 ways to the flop. The flop is Jack, 9, deuce with 2 hearts. I got a straight draw going. It checks to the turn, which is the 10 of spades. I now have a pair of 10s. If it checks to me, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not checking, and I throw out a bet of $25. Everybody again calls, and we're still 3 ways to the river. The river can't get any better. It's the queen of diamonds. Got the straight. River to straight. Let's see if we can get somebody to call. I throw out a bet of $35. And the cutoff calls, and the big blind folds, and when I flip over my hand after he says call, he mucks his cards face down, and we take down a decent pot. Okay, a couple orbits later, I wake up with pocket jacks and a big blind. It limps around to the small blind, who makes it $27 to go. And I'm like, 27, okay, let's go. With pocket jacks. It's the worst hand in poker. A lot of people don't like it. We get, believe it or not, 4 callers. So that's right, folks. We're going 4 ways to the flop. And what better with pocket jacks than to get quads? Just joking, but we get the next best thing, top set. That's right. Let's see if we can get as much money as we can from people here. The small blind goes all in for 82 effective. And obviously I'm not going to slow roll the person. I just ask how much it is to make sure. And I call. And everybody else folds. And unfortunately, for that person, none of the rest of the board helped for her. The board came out 10 of hearts and a 7 of clubs. And she didn't show she mucked her cards, but said I had 2 pair, 2s and 3s. And yeah, that's not going to help her out and take down this decent pot here. Okay, here we are with Queen Jack on the button. It limps to me and I raise it to $6. The small blind goes all in for 14. We go 3 ways to the flop with the big and the small blind. Flop is 5, 9, queen, rainbow. The big blind checks to me and I bet $15. He decides to call, and obviously big blind, the small blind's all in for less. The turn is the 6 of hearts. Doesn't change anything for me. If he checks, I'm betting. He does check. I throw out a bet of $30. Just trying to build this pot up if he wants to call with something less. And the river pairs the board now. It's the 9 of hearts. I didn't feel totally confident about that 9. But is he calling this whole way with just a 9 in his hand? I don't know. But he actually bets this time $45. I cut out some chips after looking at my cards, decide on a call, and we get the terrible news. We flip him over, and the all-in has nothing, ace-jack, and he shows us 7, 9 of clubs, and got us on the river there. Okay, I'm in middle position. I have pocket 10s. It limps to me, and I make it $11. 3 other people call, and we are 4 ways to the flop. The flop is queen, 8, 6 with 2 hearts. It checks all the way around, and it gets to me, and I feel pretty confident right now with my 10s, so I throw out a bet of $16. It actually folds and goes heads up to the turn. The guy to my left, I think he might be cut off. Anyway, so the turn is the 9 of hearts. It actually checks to the river. I'm feeling really confident about my 10s now because this guy's been bluffing a bit. The river is a 6 of diamonds. I don't think it changes too much. I don't think he's got 9, 7 in his hand. So I throw out a bet of $30 with my pocket 10s, and he tanks. For a good 30 or 45 seconds, I sped it up here for you. And I'm very happy to find that he says, okay, call, I got to see it. I show him, and he mucks him face down, and we take the pot. Okay, in the final hand I'm going to go over in this session, I have pocket 7s in the small blind. It gets to me. I make it $6 to go, and we're heads up to the flop of 8, ace, queen with 2 spades. Checks to the turn, and it's the wonderful 7 of hearts. Let's go, baby. We got trip 7s. Let's see if we can get some money out of this guy. I actually check it again, hoping that he bets with an ace or a queen, and he does. He bets a measly $6, so I call. The river, not too scary. It's the king of diamonds. I feel like I'm still good here, unless he's got pocket kings and been playing it the whole way that time. I threw out a bet of $12, hoping that he might think that's weak and raise me, and sure enough, he does say raise. He raises to $25. I then re-raise on top of him, and I throw out the smallest stack in front of me at that point in time, which was roughly like $70 or something, I think, and the total was 82. He tanks for a good 10, 15 seconds, looks at me and says, "Do you have a set or two pair?" I told him, I said, "Call and find out and I'll show you." And we were real chummy the whole time. So he eventually calls and I show him the bad news and he mucks face down. And we take down a really decent pot and leave about 10, 15 minutes later. All right, just left the Horseshoe. My phone died, so I couldn't record my results, but I finally got some power on my phone. And totally in for about 420, out 531, so small profit, nothing crazy. Played about 4.5 hours. So we'll keep grinding. Let's go.